Hey guys, welcome back to another 5.0 video in Modern. Today we're playing Esper Midrange featuring the new Quantum Riddler. So the new set Edge of Eternities just released, and we're going to be testing out Quantum Riddler, seeing if it's a good fit for this deck. So Esper Midrange has become way more popular playing Psychic Frog and Consigns in the sideboard. So instead of playing Psychic Frog, we're playing Quantum Riddler. It kind of fills that 2-drop slot with Warp, and it synergizes a little bit better with the deck than Psychic Frog does. We're not playing Ketramose, we don't have Relic of Progenitus, so Frog doesn't synergize as well with this specific version. So let's take a look at Quantum Riddler and talk about why it's such a great addition to this deck. So Riddler has flying, and it says when it enters, we get to draw a card. Already pretty solid for 2 mana. As long as you have 1 or fewer cards in hand, if you would draw 1 or more cards, you draw that many plus 1 instead. So one of the new set mechanics from Edge of Eternities is Warp, so it's kind of like Suspend. You typically want to cast this when you have 3 mana, so that way you can Warp it for 2 mana, and then you can Ephemerate it, and it comes back, you get to draw an additional card, and it sticks around. So essentially you're paying 3 mana for a 4/6 flyer and drawing 2 cards, minimum. Sometimes you'll draw more if you have less cards. Competing a little bit with that spot is Overlord of the Balemark. So Overlord's been in this deck since the beginning, and it pairs really well with Philia, Flicker Wisp, and Ephemerate. You can Ephemerate Overlord, that's one of the downsides, but flickering it with Flicker Wisp or Philia is still probably the best thing to be doing with this deck. I think that by adding Riddler to the deck, it becomes even more grindy, which is fine because our deck just has so much value that just grinding at our opponents is one of the best ways to win. As for the rest of the deck, it's become pretty stock overall. You have your Ephemerates for your flicker effects, Fatal Pushes for removal, Thought Seizes for hand disruption. We still have the set of Philia for the end step Philia into flickering Quantum Riddler, Overlord, Emperor of Bones for those reanimation effects and main deck Graveyard Hate. We have Flicker Wisp to flicker the Overlords and sometimes Riddlers if you have enough mana. And then we have our set of Solitude for extra removal. For our lands, we have 19 lands and then 5 flip lands, so 1 Bogart Trawler and 4 Witch Enchanters. Because we're maximizing on the Wisps, we want to maximize on the Witch Enchanters. Moving on to the sideboard, we have 2 High Noon for combo decks, White Orchid Phantoms for land decks, Clarion Conqueror for anything with activated abilities like Brood Scale, Soul Cauldron, 3 Wrath of Skies for board wipes, 4 Consigned Memory, mainly for Eldrazi decks, but also for some combo decks, 1 Atchak for graveyard decks, some combo decks, and then Damping Sphere for Tron and combo decks. So that's just a quick overview of Esper Midrange featuring the new Edge of Eternity card, Quantum Riddler. Before we get into the video, I want to talk to you guys about becoming a YouTube channel member. You'll get access to a lot of cool perks like loyalty badges, cool emotes, and early access to videos like this one. Also, we are a Mana Traders content creator, so if you want to save up to 25% on your first subscription, all that information is in the description below. So if you want to see more modern content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and let's get in the gameplay. We're up against another mic. It's kind of like a weird hand. I don't like this hand. It's like a 4-land double Thoughtseize hand with Flicker Wisp. If we knew we were up against a combo deck, I'd want to keep this, but I'm going to mulligan this one. Alright, this hand's a lot better. We have the Riddler. I'm going to put back Witch Enchanter. We have like the combo here. Oh, we're up against probably Eldrazi Tron. Definitely not a good matchup for us. Lead off on the Shadowy Backstreet though. We do not need another Riddler. We have the Phantoms in the side with Damping Sphere and Consigns also. It looks like they're setting up for turn 3 Tron, which is unfortunate. We draw another Philia. Let's just play the Plains, pass. We'll look to Flash in Philia and then Quantum Riddler. Yeah, they have the Natty Tron. Let's see if they have the payoff too. Hopefully it's not Ugin. Alright, a little unfortunate. This is like their best start. And this is the best card against our deck. They plus, and they just pass. Flash and Philia. Draw the Ephemerate also. So let's shock this in. We will warp Quantum. Yeah, we have no way of getting this off besides like flickering it and countering stuff in the post-board games. So when this comes in, we get to draw a card. Another Witch Enchanter. I guess we'll attack Ugin. Flicker Quantum. Probably just going to go to game 2 after they take their turn because they have 6 cards in hand with an active Ugin. Quantum's going to come back. This is like our perfect start, but it doesn't beat this. Alright, they plus up to 26 by tower. See if they have the Ugin. Or Ulamog, I mean. Another 7. Yeah, this is too gross. We could like flicker this, but they have this trigger also. We're never getting there with that. So that was the Tron nuts for them. We have some good sideboard cards though. We have this. We have like all of this. We probably don't need Ashiok. Definitely want all of these though. Fatal Push, easy out. Solitude. Take out like 2 Solitude. Need 1 more cut. Probably like an Emperor. Bringing in some 2s already. We'll try that. Alright, on the play for game 2. Another pretty terrible hand. No blue sources, double Thoughtseize. We got a mulligan again. Alright, we have Damping Sphere. I guess we'll keep it. Looking for White Orchid Phantom. Keep, put back, Bogart Trawler. We'll lead off on an Archive. Witch Enchanter to the yard. Tower, go. There's an Ephemerate. Let's just get we'll just get a Water Grave here. Play Damping Sphere. So now they have the Natty Tron, which it looks like they are starting to have. Oh, this is mono green, so maybe we do want the Ashiok next game if we get there. Let's play Flooded Strand. I guess we'll just pass and then Flash Infilia. Because I want to Surveil. We're looking for White Orchid Phantoms. And of course they had Natty Tron into Fleshraker. We need double white, so let's get Shadowy Backstreet. Emperor, no. Flash Infilia. Swamp. So play the Swamp. Don't really have much going on. Fleshraker active is kind of annoying. Guess we'll just play Emperor. I'm not going to eat anything. Attack. Blink Emperor. I am offering this trade. I can't imagine they take it though. They do not. Alright. So this is really good for them if we do have Damping Sphere. They don't have Karn too. Or another Fleshraker. Trinisphere. Interesting. So I feel like you can blink that. Not a big deal. They crack Star. Not sure why they crack it if they can't cast anything. And they just pass. Draw another land. We are not drawing very well. Do this. Witch Enchanter. Eat that. Activate Emperor Bones. Target that. Move to combat. Attack. Blink Witch Enchanter. See if they want to chump. They do not. This all triggers. Witch Enchanter comes back. Get that free 2/2. Get that value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Let's see what this is. Is this going to be like K Command or something? That was weird. So they went to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They went to go cast something. I'm assuming it's K Command. Would love a Consign. Overlord. I mean, we can't throw that back. Let's impending that. Maybe we can hit a, nah, we just hit a Flicker Wisp. We could Solitude Fleshraker. I'm going to take Solitude here, and then just hold up Solitude for when they K-Command. So let's move to combat, eat the Trinisphere. Maybe we don't, because then Karn can get that, but they should have it in the sideboard anyway. Attack with everything. Flicker Overlord. Unless they have like an All Is Dust they were trying to cast that they couldn't. They go to 1. That's got to be the only thing. They have to have a 7 mana play, so we're going to get rid of this Spawn token. Let's set a step with their upkeep. I don't know if they're going to try to end step this or what. Take another Flicker Wisp. Yeah, they definitely have All Is Dust. Let's eat this first, so that way we can respond if they... So we'll Ephemerate Solitude. They definitely have the 7-drop, so this will take them off 7 mana. Hopefully that's kind of what we're playing around here. Yeah, they 100% had All Is Dust there. Good sequencing for us. Okay, we definitely want Ashiok now. Bringing in a 3-drop. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 lands. Emperor's kind of weak. Kind of want the Solitude now instead. Witch Enchanter is good for their artifacts. Trawler's kind of medium. I know it's taken out a land, but I think it's fine. Alright, we're going to mulligan for the 3rd time in a row. Mulligan. They mulliganed also. This hand is like turn 2 Overlord, turn 3 Flicker Wisp, which is typically good. I guess we'll try it. Maybe you want to mulligan to Consigns or Damping Sphere. Maybe a little bit harder, go to 5. They have Devour though. They put back Ugin, Devour, All Is Dust. Okay, we draw another Flicker Wisp, which isn't good. Sewers, Witch Enchanter to the yard. Definitely want some Consigns though. Especially if they're gonna Natty Tron for the 3rd time in a row. Dude. Yeah, we probably just lose here. There's the Damping Sphere and the Consign. Alright, do they have it? They don't. Maybe they have a K-Command? Damn. Alright, well we draw a Solitude, which isn't good either. It will eat Devours or something, but if they're gonna K-Command into a Planeswalker, we're kind of screwed. White, black, or blue, black. Now we need white. Yeah, we'll get a Gather Shrine. Cast Flicker Wisp. They definitely have like K-Command X equals 2 here. So we'll target Overlord. Get back White Orchid Phantom. A little too slow. Oh, just no plays. Oh, Consigned Memory is huge. So we definitely want to cast White Orchid Phantom. We can hold up Consigned Memory. Probably eat the tower. Unfortunately, we can't cast double White Orchid Phantom. Let's attack first. Get back another White Orchid Phantom. There's no place for them. We'll cast this. We're going to target their tower just so they can't top deck the mine. Even though Temple could be something, but they didn't cast anything last turn. There's the green source. No, I'll just pass. Ugin's Lab. 1, 2, 3, 4. They do imprint the Sire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They do have 7 mana. So if they have All Is Dust, we have the counter for that. Nice. All Is Dust. So Ephemerate would be the best draw. Meticulous Archive. So now we get to White Orchid Phantom this, and then Flicker it. So we'll cast White Orchid Phantom. Eat the Ugin's Lab. Yes. Beautiful. Okay. So yeah, like we said, post board, it gets a lot easier if you can draw the White Orchid Phantoms and the Consigned Memories. Alright, match 2, and this is an interesting hand because we have 2 lands here. Double Ephemerate, double Solitude, Thoughtseize. I'm going to try it on the draw. If Solitude's like good against whatever this is, then Ephemerate Solitude's obviously amazing. Thoughtseize is good against combo decks, so we're kind of covered all which ways. Unless of course it's against Eldrazi, then we have the post-board games. Hallowed Fountain tapped. Interesting. Not sure what this is. Oh no, another Solitude. So we could turn 1 Thoughtseize. There's a white source. We go blue-black. You could also Surveil and not do anything, but I kind of just want to take away their turn 2 play. Okay. Yeah, so we'll take... They don't have black mana, but we're going to take their Psychic Frog. Could take their Thoughtseize also, especially because we have the Solitudes and stuff, but our hand is Thoughtseize proof. I guess minus Witch Enchanter. So that's a reason to not take the Frog, but it's okay. They play the Plains. Oh, good draw for us. Play the Overlord. Impend it. And see what we find. Hopefully a creature. Unfortunately, we brick. We found an Overlord, but that doesn't count. We had all lands. So their hand is Thoughtseize, Witch Enchanter. No black mana yet. See if they play the... Wow, they just scoop. I guess they didn't draw their black source. Alright, so the Mirror. How do we board against the Mirror? That's the question. Yeah, I mean, we don't have much in terms of, like, boarding. Maybe Ashiok? Consign can be good against their flickers, because we don't have any enchantment hate. Let's just do 1-for-1 like that and try that. I'm actually not sure. Alright, we'll keep this hand. We have Felio, Riddler combo. We have Fatal Push for early frogs. Thoughtseize to try to strip their hand. Pretty solid hand overall. Just need some lands. Delta. Archive, okay. I'm just going to shock this in and Thoughtseize them. This can get a blue source. Double Thoughtseize, wow. I guess we're just going to take a frog. Double Thoughtseize, double frog hand. See if they want to go double Thoughtseize next turn. They could completely strip our hand. Watery Grave, untapped. Interesting. Alright, they shock in the Hallowed Fountain. See if they play the frog here. They do, that's good. So now we get to push this and then surveil with this, or this right here. So the hand's double Thoughtseize, Gal the Shrine, and they just pass. Draw Bogart Trawler. So let's do this now, before they draw like Ephemerate or anything to save this. Okay, and they just concede. I don't know. So weird. Our hand was really good too, but if they Thoughtseize, maybe they take like this, leave us with Ophelia, and then maybe we just like kind of find our way. Yeah. Alright, match 3 on the draw for the 3rd time, and we're going to keep this hand. We have Fatal Push into Ophelia, into some of this. Kind of like a fair mid-range plan. See if we can draw like an Overlord or something. Looks like we're up against Neobrand. So game 1, auto lose, unfortunately. Go Delta, pass. See if they have... They should have the combo. Oh, they don't do anything. Maybe we have a chance here. Get the sewers. Bogart Trawler to the graveyard. Maybe they're like waiting to see if we have anything to go off. Solitude. Play Plains and pass. They'll probably just surveil with Hedge Maze. Or... Oh, it's not what we... Okay, well it's not... So we should have flashed Ophelia there. I was F6'd. It's fine though. They get him for 1. But yeah, you can definitely flash that in before this comes in, so that way they don't have a counter, or if they do play Birthing Ritual, yeah, we're going to push this at the end step. Push this so that way they don't get any value here. Yeah, Ritual is much better than a combo. Oh, we draw the Overlord also. Play the land, and I guess we're going to pass, and we're going to try to do the Philia thing again. You could also Overlord and then Flicker Wisp next turn, but I want to surveil with this. They Hedge Maze, and they keep it on top. Misty. Again, you could Philia when they're like more tapped out, but if they want to counter this stuff, we don't really care. Coiling Oracle. Alright, they have a lot of action. Oh, and a Shardless Agent. So they do get to trigger this. We could Solitude it. How much do we care? Yeah, let's Solitude it actually. Or we're going to cast Solitude, because we can get it back with Overlord. So Solitude this. I'm going to Surveil. Get a Meticulous Archive. The double white comes up pretty often. A land. I'll keep the land on top. And then we can flash Ophelia. Hey, thanks, Charles. Good luck in your games too. Alright, we draw the land. Bring out the Overlord. That lands. And now we can get our Solitude back. We don't have a white card, but we'll get it back here. Move to combat. We will flicker Overlord. Oh yeah, you've been an arena boy today. Or you've been an arena guy lately. Get him for 2. Do we just play Emperor? Or do we surveil? I'm going to surveil. And it makes it look like we have some type of interaction. So we're going to get back a white card for the Solitude. And it's going to be... I mean, Witch Enchanter is tempting to eat this. Let's just get the Flicker Wisp. We're just trying to like outvalue the value deck. I guess if they have Harbinger, we kind of got. But we do have a Solitude. Oh yeah, we knew about the Shardless Agent. They reveal Flare, Oculus. They get an Ice Fang. All right, good value for them. We'll see what they Birthing Ritual into if we want to do anything. And it doesn't matter like if we try to kill any of these, because their deck can get anything from either of these two. Easier on your anxiety. Yeah, I mean, I'd honestly probably, just because it's like so, it's like quick and like just casualish. All right, they're trying to decide what to get. I guess I'm hoping it's not an Endurance. It's not the biggest deal, but, and again, if it's Harbinger, we can just Solitude it. It's not the biggest deal. But maybe we want to surveil before this goes off. They're thinking hard about this. Oh, it's an Oculus. Okay. So I guess we're going to Solitude this. Let's surveil first. I wish we had a Ephemerate. Quantum Riddler. Let's keep that on top, and then we're just going to Solitude this now. See if they have the Flare with Ice Fang. They do. Okay. Not the biggest deal. We're going to get some things back. And we can just Philia this, but we're probably just going to, I mean, we could just Emperor the Solitude, so it's not a big deal. Let's cast Emperor. Move to combat. You could also Witch Enchanter this, but I think we're a little past that. And they have nothing in the yard we want. Let's take Solitude. And they can't counter this, so we'll activate Emperor, eat the Oculus, attack with all. We can blink Solitude, so that comes back. Use Balemerks. We'll get back, I guess, Flicker Wisp. See if they want to chump. They don't chump. I'm surprised. Unless they were trying to, like, I don't know. I'm surprised they didn't chump because Solitude's going to come back and just eat this. Sink into Stupor. Maybe they want the life. I mean, they should have just chumped here if they wanted the life. Nice. And they scoop. Yeah, this deck is just, like, filthy value. So let's see. What do we want? I think Wrath of the Skies. Pretty hard not to get. Does Ashiok stop Birthing Ritual? Let's double check. Does it say search? Look at the top 7 cards. So there's no search effect there. So maybe just Wrath the Skies. I mean, even Wrath isn't like the greatest against them. Push is good, obviously. Thoughtseize to get Birthing Ritual and counter spells. All the value here. Maybe like Bogart Trawler for Wrath the Skies. I know it's kind of like a land for a spell, but Solitude and Ephemerate are obviously really good here. I think our main deck just kind of hoses theirs, so we'll see. They're going to be bringing in like Mystical Disputes. Wow, this hand. 6 lands and an Overlord. Surveil. I'm actually going to keep it. I know it looks awful, but I'm going to keep it back on the back of Surveil land into Overlord. You could probably mulligan this for Solitudes and Ephemerates and stuff like that. Fatal Pushes. Just testing. As long as we don't draw any more lands, Emperor's not the worst. Solitude we'll keep on top. Looking for white cards also. Hedge Maze. Oh, they Surveil Shardless to the yard. So this typically tells me that they're looking for lands. Windswept Heath. Maybe they top deck that for Oracle? Birthing Ritual, okay. We have no way of getting this off right now, but let's look for a white card. Impending. Find the Solitude. So we don't mind Solitude, pitch Solitude. Maybe they have a second Shardless, which is why they bend this. We'll see if they do main phase something for Birthing Ritual. Okay, they did have the Shardless. They find an Ice Fang. They bend it. They go through an Oculus though, so there's 3 left. And again, I guess we'll see what they sack, what they get. They sack the Shardless Agent. We kind of want them to get the Oculus because there's no ETB value there. Okay, they did. So we're definitely going to Solitude this now. If they have the Flare, then good beats. Yeah, it looks like they do. Damn, second time in a row. Now things get a little harder. We found the push, so that helps. So let's push that now. They did get a 2-2 out of it, but it's fine. We're going to get a Undercity Sewers here. Oh, actually, no. We're going to get a, because they definitely have Harbinger. Let's get a Swamp. Push this, play Emperor. Let's Ether Oculus, and then we'll pass. So we have 3 lands. Again, hopefully we don't draw any more lands. We're playing around Harbinger pretty well. Do they have another Shardless? Hopefully not. And there's the Harbinger. Look at that. We played around it perfectly. This is going to trigger... It'd be funny if they sack this. All right, they choose not to. Thoughtseize. So let's play this just because we can save life that way. Harbinger, or Emperor can eat Overlord. Can also eat Solitude to eat this. Let's eat Overlord. Because we can get back Solitude plus hopefully something else. So I'll adapt here and get the ETB. Choose Overlord. Oh, wow. Milled a bunch of nothing. We'll get back the Solitude. We'll attack and hopefully hit a creature. Our deck is like all creatures, so it's so hard for us to brick. Okay, Witch Enchanter's good. Wow, just no blocks. Now we have white card for Solitude. And we'll just pass. This is at 2 also, if it's relevant. I'm trying to think what they could like have here. They could Harbinger, they could hardcast Oculus. That's about it. They get in for 4, which tells me that they're probably going to sack this, or do they have a Shardless again? Okay, they have the Oracle. That's fine. And a Fibblethip. So that's why they attacked, because they have a bunch of chump blockers here. And then this is going to trigger, and they're going to sack one of these. This looks pretty rough. A little bit. We need to draw... I mean, Ephemerate would be the best draw possible. Oh, they draw the Endurance. Okay. Or they get the Endurance with Birthing Ritual. Another Overlord. So we could Witch Enchanter the Birthing Ritual, or we can Impending Overlord. I kind of want to get rid of the Birthing Ritual. I mean, we could... let's just get rid of Fibblethip. I'm going to attack, offer the trade. See if they just want to chump or double block. Wow, they have no fear. I don't think they've blocked once. Cast Witch Enchanter. I guess they have Flare. If they do, they're going to sack this. Okay, no Flare usage anyway. I didn't play a land either. They have 4 cards in hand. Is another Shardless? They're at 2 life. Oh, Scab. That's fine. So they're playing this list. It's like the one of random, like one deck randomly 5-0'd with this card, and now people are playing it, which is pretty funny. All right, we'll take 2. Oh, we draw the Flicker Wisp, actually. We can't cast it. Impending. You see it a lot on other streams. The Scab? Get the Flicker Wisp. So I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Like, we could Solitude, pitch Flick. We could Solitude, Flicker Wisp, get rid of Harbinger, Flicker Wisp, Overlord. I kind of like that. We might have to like Solitude this also. That could be a thing. We'll see if they have the counter. Damn, they did. Okay. Damn, they've used 3 flares. That sucks. Let's see the Coiling. And we just have to pass. So this is going to come online at least. They have 2 cards in hand. We'll see if they want to attack with this or leave it back on defense. I feel like they're going to attack, yeah. They get in. Down to 8. I feel like their strategy is just going to like try to like gum up the board and get in with the flyer. So they have an Oculus. It's tough to beat these draws. So again, if we can get Solitude back and then draw Ephemerate, we'd be in a really good spot. There's a Solitude. So we can Solitude, kill Harbinger, attack, get back Solitude, Solitude. Sucks having to pitch. I'm just trying to think if we want to, if we Solitude this, attack, get back Solitude, Solitude Oculus. All right, let's just try it. I was gonna be mad if they had the 4th flare. So Solitude Harbinger. Unfortunately, we don't have the Ephemerate. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many basics do we have? We only have 2 basics. We don't have the double white. So we're gonna have to, we're kind of dead in the air. We might have to just take 5. So if we attack, they block here, here, and then, yeah, I think we just attack with Overlord. I mean, maybe we find like a Flicker Wisp or something. Let's see. We do find the Flicker Wisp, but we need the Solitude to kill a flyer. We could Flicker Wisp this, but then we don't have a white card to pitch for the flyer. Because we could Flicker this, get back Solitude. That's not good enough because we don't have a white card to pitch. Yeah, I'll just get back Solitude. Are we still dead? Because we can't fetch Shock. 1, 2. Yeah, I think we're just still dead. Because we don't have another basic. I guess we'll see what they do. If they just attack with all, we're dead because we have to fetch Shock for the last mana. Maybe they'll be afraid to attack with everything because they're dead on the crackback. Yeah. Not sure if I missed something. That sucks though. The triple flare was really what got us. I guess I'll bring in, I mean, Ashak's kind of medium. Not really searching. I think Emperor's good enough. We just kind of have to draw a little better. The keep was a little loose in the beginning, but I think it kind of played out well. We just didn't draw what we needed. All right, on the play for game 3. We have the Solitude Ephemerate. We have the lands. We just need a white card. We're going to keep this. Thank you, Jazz. Let's lead off on a Surveil land. Surveil land, Overlord to the yard. Not a bad place to be when you have Emperor, Witch Enchanter. Okay, so let's shock this in. Let's get this ticking. Now we have the white card for Solitude. Oh, they subtlety this. Pitching Aether Channel. Do we want to put this? I'm going to say bottom. Basics, please? Yeah, I'd love to draw a fetch land. But again, if nothing else, we have the Solitude for the Harbinger. I kind of don't mind this exchange. So we can Riddler next turn and decide if we want to Witch Enchanter or not. If they play Birthing Ritual, it's less enticing. I don't know. I put Fibblethip. We put Overlord on the bottom. I don't want to draw that right now. All right, this is just kind of like a replacement. Another Riddler. I guess, oh man. So now we got to decide if we want to Ephemerate Riddler or Ephemerate Solitude. And then we're pitching the Enchanter. Let's get the value. We're going to warp. See if they have the flare. If they do, I guess I'd rather them use it on this. Damn, they do. Okay. It's kind of whatever. We had to get out of their hand. See if they have the Shardless too. Or the Harbinger. Okay, Shardless. Oh, they hit Stern Scolding. Yes. All right, there's a Marsh Flats. So now we kind of get to go ham here. Let's get the Swamp. Go Emperor. Move to combat. Get Overlord. We don't get to Ephemerate it, but it's like fine. We get to get like a million things back. Riddler. Attack. We're not going to Solitude this. Get back Ophelia. Put them down to 10. Good value. And now if we want to, we can actually Ephemerate this if we truly wanted to. No plays for them. Interesting. Watery Grave. So they could have flash in Ice Fang. So now we got to decide if we want to Ephemerate Quantum Riddler, Ephemerate Solitude, Ophelia. Let's attack first. Let's eat their yard so that way they have a harder time getting a... We'll see if they want to flash in. No plays. I'm just going to pass. I'm not going to Quantum Riddler here. We can go 1, 2... we could have like warped. But if I warp once, maybe I want to do something. Petty Theft. Okay, that's fine. See if they get in with Shardless. No attacks. Birthing Ritual. That's fine. Do we really care if they do this? I'm going to say no. I guess if they put in a Harbinger, we'll be sad. So let's flash in Ophelia. That'll make them decide if they want to flare that or not. Not sure what I'm really afraid of here. Maybe just Oculus, but like, doesn't really matter. Harbinger. That's fine. I mean, not Harbinger, Endurance. That's fine. Alright, we'll pass. Thoughtseize. If we attack, they're going to trade here. If we Solitude this, then attack. Let's Solitude this, I guess. And then we're going to warp. This makes it awkward for them if they want to flare this, but they're not going to, right? And putting this to the yard for Emperor is fine. They can sign the trigger, so let's Emperor it. My clock management? Yeah, I mean, it's first time playing the deck, so I'm a little, there's so many lines you can take. So let's Emperor this. Eat the Endurance. We'll attack. Flicker this. What's their last card? Dismember. Nice. So they do have the Brazen Bar they can flash in. Ice Fang. But yeah, this deck has a million lines. So it's like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're just dead on board. Unless they find something here relevant. Hopefully it's not Oculus. It is Oculus. Okay. Kind of annoying. Eat this. Attack with all. Flicker this. Push here. Block here. Down to 1. Impending here. Get back Flicker Wisp. And then we'll just pass. Get everything back. Double Flicker Wisp. There you go. And we win. All right, match 4. On the draw again. And we'll try this hand. We have early Surveils into some action. Raucous Theater. Could be anything. Oh no. Cosmogoyf. Overlord's a good draw. So let's start with the Shadowy Backstreet. What are we waiting a second for? Fatal Push. Keep that on top. If they're a Cosmogoyf deck, they're going to have a lot of creatures, so we're going to want to push those. Ooh, Thoughtseize. Our hand's pretty Thoughtseize proof. Maybe they take one of these. Overlord. That's fair. They don't know about the push or about the draw. Thoughtseize. Could also play out Emperor, but I kind of like getting this out there out of like Thoughtseize way, and then we'll get this back eventually. Definitely don't want to exile their graveyard though. They're also an Emperor of the Bones. Emperor of the Bones, or Emperor of Bones deck. So push is good against opposing Emperors, especially because they're going to eat our Overlord. Which is kind of annoying. Can't have that happen. So let's see. We draw a Witch Enchanter. So let's Surveil. And we're just going to push this main phase. Overlord. So there's 2 plays we can make. We can keep this and flicker it in 2 turns, or just bin it and Emperor it. I kind of like keeping it. And we're just going to push this. I guess you could wait for them to activate it, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe we just wait. Make them use their mana. That's probably the better play. Because you know they're going to like try to activate it. Do they have a Cosmogoyf? They do. It's an 0-1 into 1 red mana. What is this? Oh, man. Oh, man. That's terrible for us. Really good draw for them. Now we need another push. That's like one reason to wait. Or a Solitude. Maybe we can hit Solitude with Overlord. I think like that's the only... Oh, we do hit the Solitude. Take that. Really don't want to bolt this in for anything. Play this tapped. I don't think they have... I think we just chill. So when they go to attack, if we Solitude this now, this is still there, and they attack for 2. I really wish we had like Ephemerate or something. Alright, they attack here. We will Ephemerate. Or we will Solitude. And that takes us out of combat. Do they have another? They have a FOMO. Fatal Push to the yard. Ophelia. Cast Flicker Wisp. Get to Flicker Overlord. I'm not going to Thoughtseize. I guess you could. So if we go white, 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 black, yeah, we could hold up Thoughtseize. That's probably the play, just to... It's okay. Overlord comes down. Take back Solitude again. But yeah, it's probably worth the 2 life to Thoughtseize them. But they're only doing like 1 play a turn, so I'm not sure exactly what's in their hand. Seems like a lot of reactive spells. This is another Cosmogoyf with a Bloom Command. Oh, they have Persist. So they got back a land, and they got rid of our Flicker Wisp. See if they shock that in. Yeah, they do shock it in. They get in with Phoenix. We can't block. We could maybe Solitude this and get it back with Overlord. That's a play. Fatal Push. They do have a Phoenix in the yard that we might want to eat with Emperor, but we also have another Overlord. So they shock this in. I think we're going to Emperor here and just eat their Phoenix. I feel like they have removal. So if we try to like Emperor our thing, it's not going to work out well. Eat their Phoenix. I'm going to Solitude also. Eat their Flyer. And that way we have something to get back with Overlord. Attack. Get back Solitude. I think this is fine. I'm trying to think of like the value plays that we could be doing. What do they have end step? Yeah, see they had the push. That's fine. That's why we didn't want to go for the Overlord play. Oh my god, they have Yggdrasil. So when it enters, they exile their cards from the graveyard. Oh, creature cards. Alright, let's see if they hit big. They hit nothing. That's good for us. Looks like they have another Phoenix. Alright, we push that and then they just die. Nice scoop for them. Yeah, I'm curious why they're playing that. Just for like Cosmogoyf? I guess they do exile cards. So, Wrath of Skies. It is a little spicy. I don't know if I like it though. Maybe I'm just being a hater. I want Wrath of Skies. So it's weird, like, we want Ashiok because of their Detective Phoenix and FOMO, but then this fuels Cosmogoyf. Dingo lists are not... Oh, is that his list? I feel like I want these 4. What do I want to take out, though? I feel like Riddler kind of dirtling. Maybe we can take 2 out. Emperor hits Phoenix and all that, too. Gotcha. I feel like Thoughtseize in this matchup is always, like, hit or miss, too. Like, I don't care if they're only... I kind of want their only threat to be Cosmogoyf, so... Like, He doesn't give credit. Especially on the draw, Thoughtseize maybe is decent. Maybe like 2 Wraths. We'll try that. Oh, we have the push. We have the Solitude. Definitely going to keep this hand, especially because they probably have Thoughtseize, so we don't want to mulligan too crazily. Land, pass. All right, we're definitely going to surveil Mortuary. Oh, no. Oh, they're an Archon deck. That's why they have Persist. Do they have Persist? Dude, surveil into that. That's gross. We got. We're going to Solitude. I guess we're on the Riddler plan here. Damn, I can't believe they did that. Let's discard 1 Riddler. Little Entomb. We'll surveil Meticulous Archive. Flicker Wisp. We'll bin that. So I'm not going to Riddler now. Oh, why did I... That's my bad. Because now I'm going to shock this in instead of just playing the Swamp and passing. That's whatever. Now I just took 2 life for no reason. I mean, they're not going to do anything either. Maybe it scares them enough to, like, make them hesitant to do something. Target player mills 3 cards. Or, okay, they just drain us. Interesting. Trawler. Alright, so let's draw Plains. Ephemerate. Get to draw another card. Emperor Bones. Not the worst. They surveil. They put Emperor in the yard. So we do have the push for any creature. They have 7 cards in hand. Now 6. They definitely have a lot of like cheap removal in hand is my guess. See if this is a Cosmogoyf. Oh my gosh, pick your poison. Nah, that's pretty gross. Okay. This is actually like insane against our deck. All our payoffs are flyers and enchantments. Rebound, unfortunately we have nothing. Flooded Strand. Yeah, we'll just play that. Play Emperor. I'm assuming they have fatal pushes and stuff, so I'm not gonna like go for it. That's fine. Just kind of gotta get it out of their hands somehow. But like I said, they're not doing much. Their hand's probably all reactive. We have Surveil here and we have push up for whatever they play. Wow, triple Surveils. I mean, I think we have that too, but still. They put a land in the yard. Our hand is pretty awful. Definitely looking for Overlords or something we can hardcast. There's Cosmogoyf. Now they're gonna Phoenix it. That's a pretty cool combo though. Phoenix into Cosmogoyf into Phoenix, just because it gets it so big. Yeah, like literally 12, 13, hasty. That's crazy. It would have been like a 15 or 14, 16. Oh, well, you know what? I should have let it. Oh no. Yeah, I should have fatal pushed it while I was in attacks. That's my bad. So now we take 2 free damage for no reason. Witch Enchanter. I mean, it does. I'm gonna keep it. It actually kills this. But yeah, that was a bad play. Play the Plains. Cast Witch Enchanter. We're at 9. They're at 25. Oh wait, let's use the no possible play. Oh no. Damn, dude. Alright, well, see if they get back Solitude or Riddler. Probably Solitude, eat Witch Enchanter. No, they get the Riddler. So they get to draw a card. Attack us for 4. Down to 5. Oh man. I guess we'll just cast this. Play the land. Bart Grab, thank you for the follow. Welcome. So we have a double block. They have 4 cards in hand though. Probably not getting there. We've kind of flooded. We've drawn all lands and this too. Justin, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. No, they've been an Archon. Please don't have Persist. We can't beat double Archon Persist. Tap land. I'm assuming they have it, right? They're acting like they do. They have another pick your poison. Analyze the pollen. So they collected evidence, so they get to get whatever card they want. Whatever creature they want. So we'll see what they get. Emperor Bones. Okay. Let's just surveil. It sucks when the Emperors are used against you because you can't use them fast enough. I mean, we're drawing an Overlord, but they get to eat everything that the Overlord would get. Oh, they put the Solitude underneath of that one. Okay. We have no way of getting rid of this impending, and we can get back Flicker Wisp. Cast Flicker Wisp. Flicker Overlord. We're surviving a little bit. That comes back. We can get Ashiok. We can get a Solitude most likely. We have the Flyer for the Quantum. So as long as they don't have removal for Flicker Wisp, we're good. They do get an Overlord. They activate Emperor. See if they get back Overlord or Quantum. Overlord. Let's see. They return an Emperor. I'm surprised. Never mind. They get in with everything. It's gonna be tough to beat. Block here, here. Take 2. Down to 2. Into Flashback Faithless Looting. Do they have a Phoenix in the yard? I'm not really sure how we get out of this. Short of Solituding whatever they try to Phoenix. Alright, they search for a land, fail to find. Any good draws? We're at the skies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we just have to get back Flicker Wisp. Phoenix. Actually, let's get back. Yeah, we need to get back Flicker Wisps to give this. I wanted to get back Ashiok. I considered it. Now we can Flicker here. We have a white card already, but we can get another white card if we want. Get another Flicker Wisp. All right, we'll pass. I guess we'll see. We know they have Emperor Bones. What's the blue for? The blue is for Quantum Riddler. You can check the deck lists. I think Explanation Point deck should have it. Oh my gosh. 16, 17. And then they're going to Phoenix it. Yeah, we got a couple new cards here. We got Riddler, and then we have... What else do we have? We have Riddler, and maybe it's just Riddler. All right, there's the Phoenix. They're gonna gain so much life. Unless, actually, you know what? Let's just, there was no way of getting out of this then, I guess. Yeah, we have to Solitude this, unfortunately. Pitching Wrath. So they gain 1,000,000 life. Go to blocks. Block here. Just gotta play a little faster. We're still at 2. We have a flyer for this. What's their last card? Or they have an Emperor and they have another, I don't know what this is. Finally, not Eldrazi? Not yet. All right, no attacks. Flashback Faithless Looting. Let's see what they put in the yard. They put an Archon in the yard. We draw another Flicker Wisp. Let's attack with both. I'm gonna get Ashiok here. Cast Ashiok. I guess we're just hoping they don't have flyer removal. We could like flicker this. I think we're going to. Let's mill them. I wonder if we can actually just mill them out. That's 16. I'm gonna flicker Flicker Wisp just to have double flyers. End step. We could flicker Overlord. I'm just gonna flicker Detect Phoenix actually. So that way it just doesn't come back until later. Oh my god, they had a Witherbloom. Oh, we had that game. They had a Witherbloom. All right, I guess we just run it back. How does it feel playing Thoughtful Magic? These games are grindy. Damn, I can't believe they had... They probably don't run many too, so they would have had to have a few there. We're going to keep this, but we are going to start with the Surveil land just because we only have 2 lands instead of Thoughtseize. Land, we'll keep that. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, just rolling with it here. They fetch second main. They shock in... Okay, they decided to Faithless Looting. Just really hope... I mean, if we're going to Thoughtseize because... Okay, they've been a land and Witherbloom. I don't want them to have, like, Persist or whatever. And we have nothing to Philia, so I don't mind just surveilling again. Oh, boy. They have Torok, Fatal Push, Persist. Jesus. So this can... Protection from white. Persist can get back Archon if they mill it with Witherbloom. I'm just going to take Torok. I don't know what's right or not. Like, maybe you take the Persist there. Maybe you take the Witherbloom. I don't know. I don't really care about the removal too much. They're going to main phase Witherbloom. Just hoping they don't hit an Emperor. I mean, an Archon. They do hit Emperor. A pack it up kind of hand. For me or them. They are shifting Woodlands deck also. Kind of funny. Let's get a Meticulous Archive. Fatal Push. It's like Graveyard. They don't have any creatures yet. Oh, their hand looks insane. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. Flooded Strand. We'll pass. It's just all removal, and we're just going to have to push through that. All right, we knew about the Shifting Woodland. They flashback Looting. Again, just hoping to dodge Archons. They put one in the yard. Okay. Maybe we can find, like, an Emperor. So let's Surveil. Oh, we do find the Emperor. Fantastic. Flash and Philia. That's a really good pickup. Play Emperor. Emperor. Ether Archon. I wish we had a 4th land. That would be hilarious. We'll attack. Flicker Emperor. And we can actually save something from, like, kill spells with Ephemerate. We'll see if we want to or not. Because they have 2, so they could just respond, but they only have 1 black source. Just kidding. Alright, they push that. And they Bitter Triumph here. I'm going to flicker this, because they can't do anything else with it. Rebound. Say no. Another Solitude. Emperor. We'll eat their Emperor. Get in. I don't think I want to pump this time. Maybe we should, just to double the clock. Because they're at 9. Faithless Looting. They've been Persist and Pick Your Poison. They're moving fast. They definitely drew something. Surveil land. Persist. Okay, so I guess they're off the graveyard. Cosmic Waif. I guess we'll exile that. Ephemerate. Alright. They're at 11 again. Rebound. I'll say no. I considered doing this and then... Okay, let's eat Philia. And we're gonna... maybe they have a push. I feel like they would have used it by now. 4, 5, 6. I'm not gonna blink anything. I want to get all the damage in. Down to 2. And I'm not gonna flicker this either. I'm just gonna kind of make them have the answer here. They are gonna flashback Looting. Oh, we should have just eaten the Looting. Why didn't we do that? Gives them a little bit of an out. Instead of... Because we had the Emperor for 2 damage. Tell me they drew... Oh my god. They binned Archon. Yeah, that's on us then. That's pretty funny. Alright, I guess they're not dead yet. They literally lootinged into Persist Archon because we didn't eat the looting with the Emperor. So that's our fault. Sacrifice Solitude. Now they're at 10 again. Draw Flicker Wisp. They have nothing in the graveyard now. Take the FOMO, I guess. Attack for 4. And I'm just going to play Flicker Wisp, reset this. Again, put them on a 1-turn clock. And we don't have to worry about Torok because it's protection from white and this has flying. Alright, they just play a Torok. Draw another Flicker Wisp. 3. So let's see. Emperor. This is protection from white, so let's take the Torok actually. Because that forces them to have to block. Do they have the push? Abrupt Decay? It is Abrupt Decay. Alright, we'll attack. FOMO could have been game here. Not sure. Let's just play another Flicker Wisp. Low and clock. We'll double check it afterwards. I don't know, like their FOMO, I guess like their FOMO for us or something. We'll flicker their shifting. That way they can't do any tricks with that. They have no cards in hand. So they're dead if they don't draw anything immediately. There you go. And we win. So let's see. Crazy that FOMO could have been game here this turn. I guess if they drew... No. You're delirious and Flicker could have attacked twice. Did we have FOMO under... If we had FOMO underneath of the Emperor, we already activated Emperor, so we couldn't activate it twice. All right, welcome to the final match. We're going to keep. It's like a pretty medium hand, but we have Surveil lands, turn 1, play maybe. Oh god. Just the mirror. Kind of annoying. Witch Enchanter. I want to Thoughtseize turn 1 against the mirror. Oh my gosh. So, they don't have a black source. We could take their only other land and hope they don't draw... Is that stupid to do that? If they brick on a land, I'm going to take that. I'm going to try it. Take the Overlord? I'm going to risk it here. All right, we got paid off. If they had lands, I definitely would take the Overlord though. Bogart Trawler. So now we could get Philia going. I guess we'll Philia out. Ah, they drew the land. Okay. But yeah, now they have, oh, they Thoughtseize. They're going to end up taking Solitude anyway. Flash out Philia. Yeah, I was really hoping they'd brick on the land a little longer. But that's probably like not a good mindset anyway, because they're eventually going to draw out of it. It's a grindy matchup, and I'm surprised they didn't just slam Overlord there. Emperor. We'll Surveil. Fatal Push. I kind of want to keep that for Emperor. Let's keep that for Emperor. We'll play our own Emperor. I'll lead our Solitude so they can't... I mean, I guess we're going to Flicker this anyway. That's fine. Enchanter, right, so you can Flicker and then get Solitude later. Yeah. So, I mean, they're going to maybe Emperor, maybe Overlord. Maybe we save Solitude for us, and if they take Solitude, we have the push anyway coming up. Yeah, that was probably... Yeah, they pending it. So we are drawing push. Let's Surveil first. Land to the yard. Yeah, their hand's really good, but they're not, like, playing out their spells. I don't know why. I'm just gonna Bones them, or Bogart them. Maybe they're trying to do everything at once, and they don't want it to die. I don't know. Yeah, we could definitely sequence a lot better, but we're also not drawing very well. But their hand is disgusting. Yeah, dog's big. We'll see if it matters. Yeah, we do have Witch Enchanter for their Emperor. So we're kind of hoping they just go, like, Emperor pass. Are they gonna Flicker this? No. Oh, they drew Ketramose. It's not online yet, but that's definitely a mirror breaker short of flickering this. We draw another land. So we're not going to flicker anything. They can't block, so they're going to go down to... it's online if you flicker Trawler. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we don't want to flicker Trawler. I mean, does it matter? I guess we'll just flicker this. It doesn't... We can make them, like, lose life and stuff, too. They're at 2. I'm trying to think if there's a way... So they can't exile stuff. There's 6 cards in exile. They draw the Solitude, so now this is active. They go to 1. Is there a way that we can make them exile something? That's kind of annoying. Yeah, the top deck Solitude's gonna get us, maybe. We'll Surveil. Overlord. Keep on top. Alright, they're at 5 now, and they get to play Flicker Wisp and Flicker this? Wait, what is their hand? Alright, we're gonna push this. Overlord Unknown? We don't want to impending this, right? Oh, they pitched Flicker to Solitude. Okay, that's what it was. No, I think we just want to play this out. Oh, we draw the Solitude too. 5. Let's attack first, just in case they have like Ephemerate or something. Doesn't look like they do. Let's Solitude this now, so they can't draw. They are going to go up to 6. They would go down to 5 and draw a card. Yeah, we got our Solitudes. Oh no! Oh, so they did have Bones in hand. Okay. So now they get to Solitude our Overlord, because we made that play. Our sequencing has been awful, huh? I guess we knew about the Emperor. Alright, we draw our own Emperor. Kind of funny. And I guess we're going to eat their Solitude and do the same thing. So we'll activate, eat their Emperor. They go back up to 12, down to 6. We know they have an Overlord in hand. So if they draw land Overlord, I'm going to be sad. Oh, they warp a Riddler. Draw a card into impending Overlord. They don't hit anything relevant. Flicker Wisp, Ketramose. Yeah, see if they top deck a Solitude. Damn it. Come on. Yeah, they drew 2 cards. It's just like, who can top deck? Okay. Put them to 6. Gonna play Flicker Wisp. Flicker this. Eat their graveyard. So that way they have no way of getting Solitudes back. See if they can draw the land for Quantum. And if they do, they still have 2 3/3s. There we go. Opponent's talking a lot, man. So weird. It's weird when people talk to themselves. They're just like chatting it up. I wonder if this is like a known Salter or something. Alright, so again, a mirror that I don't... That's just like boring. It's like a pseudo mirror. They're just on Orzhov. We have blue. Well, no, they have Riddler too, right? Yeah, so it's kind of like a mirror. All right, so sideboard wise, no, they're not like actually raging, but they're just like talking. But the fact that I haven't responded, unless they're like randomly in chat. But yeah, we don't really like, unless someone can think of something to board in and out. I really don't know how to like if there is anything to bring in this matchup or like what. I don't know. I'm just gonna run it back. We don't have blue mana, but I think this is fine. Especially against Thoughtseize deck. We have Solitude, Ephemerate. Oh, there's blue. Let's just shock this in. Thoughtseize. Yeah, not chatting is Ephemerate, Flicker Wisp, Witch Enchanter, Bogart. So their hand's all lands and Flicker Wisp. Let's take Flicker Wisp. Yeah, maybe taking Thoughtseize out could be the play. But like, what do we bring in? Consigns for their triggers? Could be the play. We'll figure it out later. They play out Marsh Flats. So they're just looking to surveil Undercity Sewers. Guess what, Emperor? I kind of want to Quantum on turn 3 if we can. Ether Flicker Wisp. You draw lots of cards. Consigns doable. Yeah. I mean, Thoughtseize could be the right card to take out just in like the grindy. All right, they top deck Push, which is like fine. Hallowed Fountain. What they top deck? Oh, Bogart Trawler. Okay, they're just casting that. So this is their hand. So we're going to just Quantum Riddler. Warp. Draw land. Pretty good. Flicker. Draw. Play Marsh Flats. Oh no, we already played a land. This guy used Quantum Riddler before it was even a thing. They played it on their City Sewers. They Benephilia. Opponent says, you got me. That was nice. Rebound. I'm going to say no. We have a lot of cards already. Going to start getting in for damage. Let's Surveil. We can hold up Philia and push. Graveyard that. Unfortunately, these are lies. They do get in for 3. It's not nothing. They play a land. So their hand is Ephemerate, Witch Enchanter. They just play out a Witch Enchanter. Flash and Philia. Draw Marsh Flats. Let's attack. They fetch. Do they have the Swamp? I mean, do they have the Fatal Push? They do. They top deck the Fatal Push. Okay. So their hand is just Ephemerate. Cast Flicker Wisp. Flicker Quantum. We're not holding up Solitude, but maybe we'll draw something, a white card? No. It's more just like push. They have 1 turn to top deck something. Emperor of Bones. Let's Surveil. We're going to wait for them to do stuff. Because they could hit Quantum. And we don't want that to happen. We're going to push this because they already targeted that. They could flicker it, but it doesn't matter. And there you go. GG, you had all the cards and then some. Oh, man. So we just got the 5-0 with Esper Midrange and Modern. Obviously, this deck is super powerful. It's one of the best things to be doing right now in Modern. Definitely tier 1. And I think Quantum Riddler really helped grind our opponents down. So like we talked about in the intro, you can either be playing Psychic Frog or Quantum Riddler. They do different things and they synergize a little bit differently depending on how you built your deck. With this version, Quantum Riddler, I thought it felt really good. We were able to draw a bunch of cards using Ephemerate. We were able to put a 4/6 flyer into play. It's just really hard for some decks to deal with. The core of the deck is really strong, so adding Riddler just gives it that little bump that it might need. Moving forward, I could see continuing to play the set. If you really wanted to, you could go down to 2 or 3 if you really wanted to play Psychic Frog. Otherwise, to keep up with the synergy of the deck, I think having 4 Quantum Riddler felt really good. But that'll do it for me. Thank you so much for watching this 5-0 video. If you want to see more Modern content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Peace.